Okay, so let's begin in seated. Just take a moment to settle the body into the ground. Before we begin, just making sure you've got a strap for your practice. You might want some bricks as well. And we're just going to take a moment to settle the body into the ground. Just notice as you sit in your easy seated posture, just taking a moment to notice the sitting bones grounding into the mat. Notice the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Inhaling, exhaling, breathing in, breathing out. Remember that you are exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. Take a moment to congratulate yourself for taking time out for you. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing in and breathing out. If you know Ujjayi breath, slight constriction at the back of the throat, otherwise known as ocean breath, you can start to engage with the breath now. Otherwise, remaining with your natural breath, just noticing how the breath feels as it enters the body and how it leaves the body. And then bringing the hands together at heart center. We'll start today's practice with one arm together, your choice whether to simply listen or engage. Inhalation. Take a moment to notice the vibrations as they flow through the body. Inhaling. Exhale, release. Bow the head to the hands. Namaste and good morning to you all. And then we're going to come over onto all fours. So just take a moment to settle the body in. Shoulders in line with wrists, hips in line with knees. Notice how the spine feels supported by the hands and knees. We're going to take an inhalation. As we exhale, we're going to start with the tailbone, dropping the tailbone, so curving the spine from the lower back and pushing through the middle back and then the upper back, allowing the head to hang between the hands. Press through the hands. Inhale, lifting the head, dipping the tailbone so it's pointing up and the chest coming down. Chin is parallel with the floor. Taking that 3 more times with your own rounded breath. Exhaling as you round through the shoulders. Press through the hands. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, rounding. Good. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, rounding. Doing that one more time. And then exhaling, rounding. And then returning to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to take an inhalation, lift the right arm out to the side. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring that arm through, threading the needle, bring the back of the right hand to the ground, right ear comes to the ground. Start to shuffle the left hand forwards. Press into the palm of that left hand, really opening up the side of the body here. Inhalation. Exhaling. Option 1 is staying here. Option 2, you can tuck the toes of the left foot, take the left foot back and lift the left knee. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more deep inhalation here. Core is strong. Exhale, bending the left knee. Bring the left hand by the side of the head. Use it to help lift you back up. Inhale, this time I'm going to take the right arm all the way up. Exhale, bring the hand down in line with the body. Now this time we're going to do the opposite side. So taking the left hand out to the side to begin with. And then as we exhale, we're going to thread that hand through. Bring the left hand to the ground. And then option to take the right hand further forwards. Inhaling here. Exhale. Option to walk the right hand back, the right leg back even. Raising that right knee. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. As you exhale, bring the right knee down. Bring the right hand by the side of the head. Use it to help lift you up. Inhale, take that left hand all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down onto the mat. Allowing yourself a moment just to settle in over the body. And then we're going to bring the big toes together, widen the knees, and sit back for a child's pose. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Pausing here. And then slowly start to come up. Sitting onto the heels, bring the knees together. So we're sitting up nice and tall here in our hero pose. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then this is where you will need your strap. So take your strap and just place it over the right shoulder. And we're going to take the arms out wide. As we inhale, bring the right hand thumb down, left hand thumb up, and then we're going to take the right hand behind the back, grab hold of the strap, and then we're going to take the left hand up and over to take hold of the strap the opposite way. And you can start to work those hands towards each other, maybe even taking hold, or just holding the strap for now. Inhaling here. Exhaling, keep the chin parallel with the floor. Inhalation. Exhale, see if you can bring the right elbow closer in towards the body. Keep the left elbow pointing up. Taking one more deep inhalation here. And then as you exhale, release the hands out to the sides, just moving the strap over to the left shoulder. Inhaling. This time left thumb goes down, left hand comes up round the back, right hand comes up, and bending at the elbow, take hold of the strap behind the shoulder. Again, notice if you can bring the hands together, or just holding the strap is fine. Inhaling here. Nice. Exhaling. Inhalation here. Exhaling. One more deep inhalation. Exhale, release the hands, taking the strap, just placing that to one side for now. We'll need it in a little bit. We're going to take the arms out wide again. And this time they're going to come in front, and we're going to have the right elbow going underneath the left, crossing at the elbows, and then bring the hands onto the shoulders. Take the elbows to the level with the shoulders now. So they're not down here, they're not up here. We want them in line with the shoulders. And you can stay here, this is fine. Or option to bring the backs of the hands towards each other, or even to twist the hands round so the palms interlink, coming into your Garudasana, hero pose, eagle arms. Inhaling here. Exhale, feel the backs of the shoulder blades opening up in this posture as you bring the elbows into each other. Breathing in, breathing out. The belly is free. Allow the movement to come and go. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhalation. Exhale, release the hands, taking them back out wide. And this time, bring the left elbow underneath the right, cross the elbows, take hold of the shoulders. Again, elbows are in line with shoulders. Inhaling here. Exhaling. As you inhale, take the backs of the hands towards each other if you wish, or you can interlace the fingers. Lift the elbows, taking them towards each other. Feel the backs of the shoulder blades open as you do this. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. As you exhale, release the hands. And then we're going to bring the hands in front, come forwards. And then we're going to tuck the toes under now. And we're going to sit back onto the heels. If this feels too much, then just have the toes untucked. So we're sitting back towards the heels. We're coming up onto our hands and knees. Have the hands in prayer position. Just take a moment. If you have any pressures in the knees, then just placing a folded blanket underneath. I have 2 mats. So just bringing the hands into prayer here. Another option, if it's really uncomfortable for the toes, is to just grab hold of a cushion, fold the cushion up, place it in front of the feet, and then the feet can just rest onto the cushion a bit more. And that might just help to ease the toes a bit more in this posture. Just opening up the toes here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Slowly bring the hands down in front of you, releasing the toes, maybe just flexing and pointing the feet, just to release them out, maybe doing little circles or windscreen wipering the feet. Remove the cushion if you were using one. And then we're going to come to seated and bring the legs out in front of us. Make sure you've got enough room behind you on the mat. And we're going to roll ourselves down onto the mat. Have your strap handy. My bun's a bit low today, so I'm just going to adjust it. So, have the strap so that you're in both hands and have the right knee coming in towards the body. You can keep the left knee where it is for the moment with the foot on the ground. Then we're going to take the strap around the ball of the right foot, so not the heel, not the soft part of the arch and not the toes, just the ball of the foot. And then when you feel ready, you can start to reach that left foot towards the ceiling, keeping a bend in the knee to begin with. Inhaling here. As you exhale, you might start to straighten that leg away. It doesn't have to be dead straight. We don't want to go to war with our hamstrings, so you want to kind of keep a softness in that knee rather than locking it out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. Exhale. See if you can open the back of the knee a little bit more with each exhalation. You can stay here, or if you want to challenge or take the pose a little bit further, you can extend the left leg out onto the mat. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhalation. Bring the left hand onto the left hip. And then we're going to slowly start to bring the leg out to the side. Before we do that, if you have a brick handy, something that's quite useful is placing the brick by the right hip. This just stops the hip from rolling up, which is quite handy. You can have the left hand on the left hip to keep it grounded, and then slowly we're going to open that leg out to the side. You might need to adjust the position of the brick to allow your leg to do this. But we're just slowly releasing that leg out to the side, as far as is comfortable for you. Inhaling. Exhaling. Try to keep the left hip grounded, left shoulder blade stays grounded, the whole left side of the body is on the mat. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the right leg back to center. Maybe take hold of the strap with both hands. See if you can bring that leg a little bit closer to the head. Inhaling. As you exhale, release the leg slightly. Take the strap into the right hand now. And then we're going to slowly take the right hand, before you do this, take the right hand out to the right side. Now from here, we're going to slowly lower that leg over towards the left, and the right hip will lift this time, that's okay. We just want to keep the left shoulder blade grounded. I run out of wall space here, but you can keep going. Inhaling here. Exhale, breathing in, breathing out. If at any point you need to just ease out of the posture, you can bend the knee slightly. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. As you exhale, slowly coming back to the center. And then we're going to it one more time, hands into both straps. See if you can take that leg a little bit closer to the head now. Inhaling. Exhaling. It's starting to shake, just ease out slightly. Inhaling. And then exhale, release the strap, hug the knee in towards you. Maybe just point the toes away on both feet and lift the left leg slightly for a bit of stretch. And then take the right leg down to the ground, bring the left knee in towards you this time. Squeeze the leg in. And then again, the strap comes around the ball of the left foot. So from here, beginning to straighten the leg towards the ceiling. Again, if you need to have a bend in the knee, that's fine. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling. Notice if this side feels a bit tighter, maybe it feels a bit more easy. We all have differences in our sides. So you can keep that right foot where it is, or you might extend the right leg away. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhalation. Exhalation. And then take the hand, take the strap into the left hand here. And again, just notice how that feels. You might want to have the brick on the outside of the left hip, just like we did for the right. And then from here, get my strap all twisted. We're going to start to take the left leg out to the side. Again, I've run out of space, but you can keep going if you wish. Keep the right hand on that right hip. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. Breathing here. The breath is key. As you exhale, slowly start to bring that leg back to center. Again, take hold of the strap in both hands. See if you can bring that leg a little bit closer. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. As you exhale, take the hands, take the strap even into the right hand. Take the hand into the right strap, that would be interesting. And let's take the left arm out to the side. So we're grounding that left shoulder blade into the mat as we take the left foot over to the right. Try not to hit my singing bowl on the way. Again, the left hip can lift, but the left shoulder blade stays grounded here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhalation. Exhalation. Slowly start to bring the strap back to center. Releasing the strap. Bring the left knee in towards you. And this time, pointing both feet away, lift the right leg slightly. And bring the right knee in towards you to meet the left. Just going to hug the knees here. Just place the strap to one side for now. Just gently rocking and rolling. And then your choice whether to rock and roll off the spine, coming up to a seated, or you might just roll over onto one side, whatever feels easier for you. And then we're going to come round, kicking my brick on the way. That gave me a bit of a shock. We're going to come round onto our hands and knees again, tucking the toes under. And then we're going to come up into our downward facing dog here. So notice when I come into my downward facing dog, my hips lift, then I push them back with my arms. So my hips go back and also my knees are still bent. Once my body is pushing towards the back, then I can start to open the legs. If you try to open the legs straight away, you end up with the body forwards. So good technique when you're doing your downward facing dog is to lift up, keep the knees bent, push the body back, because it's much easier to do this with the knees bent, and then straighten the legs. And you'll find the weight of the body starts to come towards the back of the feet. We can start to walk the feet out, or you might remain in your stationary position, whatever feels right for you. And then we're going to slowly start to walk the hands towards the feet. Take the feet hip distance apart, and then we're going to take hold of the elbows and just gently release the top half of the body down. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. As you exhale, can you bring the body any closer to the thighs until you can get the belly to rest on the thighs. And then release the hands down. We're going to bring the hands onto the shins, and slowly we're going to start to uncurl the spine, walk the hands up the legs, uncurl the spine one vertebra at a time, coming all the way up. Shoulders and neck and head are the last thing to come up. Coming all the way up to your standing position. Take a moment to bring the shoulder blades towards each other, broadening in the collarbones, chin parallel with the floor. Find your Tadasana. Take a moment here. Inhaling. Exhale, release the breath. Remember that Ujjayi breathing if you are using it. Ujjayi meaning victorious breath. And then from here, we are going to just take the weight into the left leg slightly. And we're going to lift the right knee and bring the hands around the shin. And bring that knee in towards you. Balancing on that left foot. Trying to balance on that left foot. Keep the gaze ahead. You can hold onto a wall with one hand if you need to. Inhaling. Exhaling. If you're finding it hard to balance, notice what's happening in the mind. Is the mind still or is it busy? Focus on your breath. Release the leg, and we're actually going to release the leg back behind us. Keep both feet facing the same way, opening out the leg slightly. Bend into the left knee and bring the arms up for your warrior one pose. Beautiful. Inhaling. Exhaling, tall and strong. Pushing through that back leg as well as in the front, engaging evenly in both legs. Inhalation. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. And then on your next inhalation, we're going to straighten that front leg. And then we're going to bring the hands down onto the knees onto the hips. Inhale, looking up, so the gaze is between where the ceiling and wall meet. And then as we exhale, we're going to take the body forwards in space, folding from the hips, pausing halfway, and then continuing, if you wish, folding the body all the way down onto that left leg. Here's where you might use some bricks. You might bring hands onto bricks, if that feels okay, or you might bring the hands to the floor. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhalation. As you exhale, slowly start to bring the body back up, bending into that left knee. Hands come onto hips, and then bring the hands behind, interlacing the fingers. Bring the shoulder blades down towards each other down the back. Inhale, lift that gaze again towards that point on the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to fold inside the left knee. Bring the hands up if you wish, coming into our humble warrior. Inhaling. Exhaling. Press into both feet. Inhalation. Exhale, slowly start to lift yourself up. Press into both legs. Really use the energy here. Keep that front knee bent. As you inhale, take the arms up. Come back to your warrior one. Inhaling. Exhale. Release the hands down. Step the right foot forward. Come back into your mountain pose for a moment, Tadasana. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. Exhaling. This time we'll step the left foot. Oh, before we step the left foot, bring the left foot in towards you. Interlace the hands around the shin. Again, take a moment to ground into that right foot. Fix the gaze on a point ahead. Notice if the balance is tricky. Is this because the mind is busy? Can you still the mind with the breath? Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. Exhale, release the leg. Take the left leg behind you now. Widen the leg stance. Bend into that right knee. Take the arms up, come into your warrior one. Inhaling here. Pressing evenly into the feet. Exhaling. We have a tendency to roll that back foot in. So can you press into the outer edge of that foot as well as the inner arch? Inhalation. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the hands to the hips. We're going to lift the gaze towards that gap between ceiling and wall. And then start to fold the body forwards over that right leg. Pausing halfway. Inhaling here. As you exhale, maybe take the body a little bit further. You can maybe bring the hands onto the bricks. Inhalation. Exhalation. Inhaling. Really release the back of the legs here. One more deep inhalation. Exhale. And then slowly use the strength of the legs to help lift you back up. And then bend into that right knee. Take the arms behind you. Again, interlace the fingers. Bring the shoulders down behind you. Inhale, lift, looking up. As we exhale, we're folding the body forwards on the inside of the right leg. Take the arms up. Beautiful. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Inhalation. Exhaling. Inhalation. And then as we exhale, pressing into both legs, lifting yourself back up. Release the hands. Let's step the left leg forward. Come back into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then this time, you might want to take your bricks and get them positioned first. So just have the bricks on their highest edge, about a foot in front of the feet. We're then going to step the left leg behind us. Bend into that left knee. Inhale, take the arms up. We're in a warrior one to begin with. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold the body forwards in space, coming onto our bricks. We're going to come onto the tiptoe of the back foot, and then we're going to start to lift that foot up, coming into our warrior three. You might stay here, you might lift up off the bricks, if I can. There we are. Inhaling, you might bring the hands behind you, you might bring the hands into prayer. Exhaling. Inhalation. Exhale. Don't worry about any wobbles, it's all part of the process. Inhalation. As you exhale, bring the right leg down. Well done, everyone. Take the body back over the legs, straightening the front leg, taking a stretch. And then bring the right foot forward, in line with the left. And then step the left foot back. Bend into the left knee. We'll come up for our warrior one to begin with. Inhaling here. Exhale, bring the body forwards, come onto the bricks. Again, start to lift onto the tiptoes of the back foot. Lean the weight forward over the bricks. Start to lift that leg up. Press into the right foot here. Inhaling here. Exhale. Inhalation. Again, option to take the arms behind you. My balance is a bit wobbly today, but that's okay. Or the hands can come into prayer. Inhale. Keep the toes of the back foot pointing towards the ground. Exhale. Bring the hands to the bricks. Release the right leg down. Straighten that front leg. Come into a back stretch. Inhaling. And then as you exhale, bring the left knee to the ground. Remove the bricks to one side. Right knee comes to meet left. Widen the knees apart, big toes touch. Come back for your child's pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Just take a pause, notice the breath. Come back to your breath. Come back to your focus. And remember, yoga isn't all about performing. It's That's self-acceptance. I accept that today my balance in Warrior 3 wasn't what it has been, but that's okay. That's just where I am right now. It's not where I'm always going to be. Yoga teaches us to listen to our bodies. If we're not moving in a fluid way, or something's not as it once was, then that's okay. That's just part of the process. We forget that life isn't a straightforward line of one milestone after another. It's not quite that simple. There are setbacks. These setbacks are what make us more determined. They're what help us build character and strength. They are what keep us growing. They're very important in our life. Without them, where is the challenge? Where is the goal? What's the meaning? And slowly start to bring your hands alongside the head, lifting yourself up. Just going to take the legs in front of us now. And we're going to come to lie down on our backs, hugging the knees in towards us. Maybe rocking gently from side to side. Widening the knees, and then bring the hands around the backs of the knees. You can take the feet towards the ceiling and come into a Mandabalasana, happy baby. Or you can take the hands onto the insides of the shins, and then again, just allowing yourself, rocking and rolling. And then slowly bring the legs down. Take the knees over to one side, taking the arms out to a T or a cactus, taking the head in the opposite direction. And then taking the knees over to the left, releasing the head in the opposite direction. Coming back to center when you're ready, and then noticing if there's anything else you want to do before you come into your Shavasana. Maybe you want to take another forward fold, or perhaps you want to bring the knees back into the chest and maybe just gently rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, putting on any layers, grabbing a blanket, putting on any socks, settling the body in for your Shavasana. Take a pause here. Notice how the body feels now, settling into the earth. Allow the body to be heavy. Allow the body to be still. Releasing the breath, returning to the natural rhythm of the breath. Noticing any thoughts, any feelings, any sensations in the body, and letting them go. Notice the sensation of the clothes on the body and the parts of the body in contact with the mat. And then letting that go. Allow yourself a moment to simply be as you are and as you need to be in this body and in this self. Resting, releasing, and rejuvenating the whole of the body, the whole of the body, the whole of the body. Starting to become aware of this body once again. Notice that you are present and alert. Beginning to notice any sounds you may hear outside the room. Beginning to notice any sounds you may hear inside the room. Notice the sounds closest to you, such as the sound of my voice, or the soft rise and fall of the breath. And be aware of this body on the mat. Visualize this body on the mat. Visualize this body on the mat in this room. Visualize the room, the ceiling, the walls, windows and doors. Connect with the time of the day and the day of the week. The practice of Shavasana is complete. Start to draw your awareness to the breath, deepening your next inhalation. Exhalation. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Start to bring gentle movement to the body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, rotating wrists and ankles. Start to stretch the body along the mat, take the arms overhead. Maybe letting out a yawn. And then slowly bringing the knees back into the chest, rolling over onto one side. Keeping the eyes closed, coming up to a seated position. And bring the hands together at heart center. And we'll close the practice as we began with one arm together. Your choice whether to simply listen or engage. Inhaling. Bow the head to the hands. And namaste. Blinking the eyes open. And thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning.